Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, Wootini over at GayGamer.net, here with another weekly video podcast. Haven't started any new games, so I don't have any new games to talk about. I'm still playing El Shaddai occasionally, and obviously Animal Crossing continues to take over my life. But that's good because it leaves me more time to talk about the big news of this past week, where at Gamescom, Sony and Microsoft revealed some more information about their new consoles. Sony gave us a release date of November 15th, but no actual launch date titles confirmed, whereas Microsoft still hasn't given us a release date, but has given us over 20 titles that they promise will be available at launch. So there you go. You've got one system when you know where it's coming out, but you don't know what you're going to play on it, and then you have another system where you know what you're going to play on it, but you're not sure when. Personally, I'm still waiting on both, because honestly, there's nothing in the launch libraries of either of them that has me going, oh, I've got to spend $500 or $600 to play that game. Not yet. Eventually there will come the day that I do it. But right now I'm very happy with my 360 and my PS3, because there are still tons of games that I have not yet played. I still have not played The Last of Us. I still haven't even played the new Tomb Raider. You know, and that's not even to mention the free games that I keep downloading from Xbox that are just sitting in the hard drive waiting for me to play them. So I'll have plenty of games to play without splurging on the new consoles. Because that's the other thing, is that a lot of the launch libraries for both the PS4 and the Xbox One contain games that are also coming out for the current gen systems as well. So, you know, I'm not really feeling like, you know, Assassin's Creed 4 is going to be a system seller for the PS4 or the Xbox One, because I can't imagine what it's going to have, other than maybe prettier graphics, that'll make you say, oh, I'm going to buy... You're not going to buy a system for that. If you want to play Assassin's Creed 4, you'll just play it on the system you already own, because then you've only got to buy the game. It's a lot cheaper that way. And obviously, a lot of the exclusives on the Microsoft side are, you know, Kinect-type games, which I don't really see a lot of hardcore gamers going in for. We'll see what happens. They haven't even set a release date, which I think was probably Microsoft's way of, you know, hedging their bets, which is what they've been doing a lot of lately, you know, with all their backpedaling and switching around and saying, oh, that's not getting good response, okay, let's fix that. So they're just waiting to see what Sony's plan is, and then they're going to try to one-up them or something, probably, and get it out the week before, or whatever. That doesn't seem likely, though, because that's kind of soon, but who knows, maybe they'll be ready. I don't know. They keep changing things, so maybe they aren't ready. But the PlayStation has a release date, but it doesn't have firm titles. But, again, it's a lot of the same titles with a few exclusives. And it boggles my mind that I know a lot of people who've pre-ordered a lot of people have pre-ordered PlayStation 4s. I don't think I know anybody who pre-ordered an Xbox One, because everybody just went, what? You're crazy. And immediately sided with Sony and said, F you, Microsoft. And so a lot of people I know have already pre-ordered their PlayStation 4s. And that, to me, is crazy, because you don't even know what you're going to be playing on it, if anything. And it's not even like they have backwards compatibility, where you can say, well, at least I've got some PS3 games to play. You know, like when Nintendo released the 3DS and everybody said, there's only 5 games! It's like, well, you know, while you're waiting for something else to come out that you want to play, you can always play your old DS games. They just won't be in 3D. But there's no backwards compatibility on the PS4, so you're gonna be stuck playing whatever they release, which may not be that great. So that's why I'm waiting, personally. And I mean, I guess if they announced their launch library and there was something in there that I was like, oh my god, I've been waiting for this game for so long, I'm so excited to play this game, I'm pre-ordering a PS4 right now just so I can play that game. I mean, because eventually you will get more games to play, so it's not like you're buying the console for one game and then nothing else is going to come out for that system, you know. But right now there's nothing that's making me want to spend the $500-600 on a new PlayStation, so I will continue to wait. And by the time they have their first price drop, there should be a good library, of games that I'll want to play. And I will be willing to put aside my PlayStation 3 and replace it in the entertainment center with the PlayStation 4. Which is so frustrating. But besides those consoles, the big news for me that came out of Gamescom was Sony finally decided to do a price drop on the PlayStation Vita. It's now $199, which is, you know, still not great, but it's still better, and it does have a decent library, even though I feel like when I buy mine, and I am saying when now and not if, I'm pretty sure that my next week's podcast is going to be me talking about my experiences with my brand new Vita. I'm just saying. This close. So, I like the fact that they've dropped the price. I wish it was a little bit lower, considering that their memory cards are so expensive. And you kind of have to, because it's just like with the PSP. They're like, here, we're going to give you a memory card. But like with the PSP, they give you a 512 megabyte card, which was pretty well useless. Especially because they're like, hey, you can put videos and music on it, and not so much, because there's not a lot of room. And so here they're giving you, I think they give you a 2 gig card with your Vita, which is practically useless. Like, I guess it could hold like 1 or 2 games, maybe. So it's just kind of whatever. And so I'm not going to make the same mistake that I did with my PSP, though, where because their memory sticks were so expensive, I think I got like a 1 gig card, which meant that I could only have like 1 movie on it at a time, and it just wasn't a lot of storage space. And I immediately regretted not buying like a 2 or a 4 gig card. It's just those were so expensive at the time. So, but the problem is that it's not like with like the SD cards, where if you buy an SD card and then you want to swap out your SD card for a bigger one in your 3DS, you can always use that SD card as a backup in your digital camera or whatever, storage on your laptop, whatever. Like SD cards can be used in many devices, but if you buy a PlayStation memory stick or card, and then you want to upgrade that previous card, there ain't nothing else you can do with it. It's useless except in that device. So I'm probably going to just go all out and buy the 32 gig, even though it's super expensive. I can get a discount on it, so it's less expensive. But I figure it's probably better to just get the really big one, and then not feel like, oh, I only bought the 16 and I wish I'd bought the 32. And then I buy the 30, because then I won't want to buy the 32, because then the 16 I've wasted all my money on, and because it's just going to sit there and it's useless. I'm also annoyed that there's no good bundles right now, because you can buy the system, either the 3G or the Wi-Fi one, and it's $199. But you can also buy the one that comes with The Walking Dead for $199. So the bundle is still the same price. It's still $199. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't I just get the one that comes with The Walking Dead? I've already played it on my Xbox, but maybe I can play it again and do different things without feeling like I'm going to screw up my Xbox game. I don't know. It's a really good game. I might play it again, And I mean, why wouldn't you get that bundle? Because you're basically just getting a free game. Whether or not you play it, why wouldn't you just get the freebie? Because the other option is there's a bundle that Best Buy is doing where you buy the system and you buy a PlayStation Plus membership for a year and you save $10. So it's $40 instead of $50 for a year of PlayStation Plus, which I'm pretty sure once I get a Vita, I'm probably going to get PlayStation Plus, because then you can get free games. And that's kind of awesome. So, I don't know. We'll see. I just wish there was a bundle with a game that I really wanted to play, that I hadn't already played. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that next week's podcast is going to be me either being really excited about my new Vita or kind of irritated with it. It's probably going to be a little of both. We'll see. I don't know. And we'll come back next week and find out which one it is. And if you have any advice on Vita stuff, leave it in the comments, please, because I will take all advice, because I know very little about the Vita and PlayStation Plus and how it works and such. So I will see you next week, and the mystery will be solved. Bye!